What's up guys, and welcome back to MS Paints.
Whoa. It's welcome to MS Paints, not welcome back. You're gonna get people confused. You're gonna get the chronology wrong. It's gonna make no sense. It's gonna be like Kingdom Hearts or something. Fix it.
What's up guys, and welcome to MS Paints, or Ms. Paints. Ms. Paints, missed opportunities. So what is MS Paints or Ms. Paints all about? Well, I guess it's a funny name. Unfortunately, the unfunny bit is that I do actually have MS though. In our current climate, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. In a way, it's like a D&D adventure where you get given a cursed item at the start of the quest, and the DM says something like, "Oh, this gonna come in further down the line. You're gonna really appreciate this item I'm giving you here." And so you take the item and it, like, I don't know, you equip it and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. It reduced my lifespan a bit. I can't really feel my arm very well. I don't really know what's going on. But then, 3 quest sessions down the line, it's like, bam, wizard casts coronavirus. And you're like, oh, I have plus 15 save against that. That is fucking sick. Had it already, completed it, just enjoying the time off now. But no, in all seriousness, I got into this miniature making hobby and modeling about maybe 2.5 years ago. And then probably about 18 months ago, the first signs of MS appeared and I lost feeling in my right arm, and then about that came back, and then 6 months later I went blind in one eye, which was fucking weird. And that's kind of left a weird discoloration in that eye, and it's slightly more muted than the other one and has like a weird Instagram shop on over it. It's a really bizarre. And it's left me with like a depth perception handicap, I guess. It's not as good as it used to be. But I was really into miniature painting, and I was getting into it, and I was getting into predominantly terrain and scenic stuff. And I realized that one day down the line, the way I'm doing things, maybe in 10 years time, I ain't gonna be able to do it that way anymore. The whole base shade layer fucking blend, it won't work down the line, just because I won't be able to have the steady hands to do it. So I set out maybe a few months ago to learn and try and test things with that huge pile of grey plastic that absolutely everyone has, and there have been a few donations to me, and I decided to essentially make a channel about the journey in terms of learning new techniques, learning ways to get around the handicaps after meeting several people in the hobby who also have MS. They brace themselves like 3 points of contact, like they're rock climbing, and then they paint on the sprue. Paint on the sprue. We're disabled, not fucking savages. So I decided to make a channel dedicated to discovering new ways to paint quick, easy, and painless. So we're going to be using inks, we're going to be using oils, we're going to be making the most of Zenithal highlights out of rattle cans, we're going to be saving money, we're going to just make terrain out of garbage, we're going to do loads of shit that you ain't done before. Predominantly what I want to do with the channel is just to encourage people to make things. As Mr. Rogers once said, I'm not very good at it, but it doesn't matter, it's the fun of doing it. So we're just going to do it. I recommend you really don't do things at the same time as me, because there are a few videos that I've recorded already where I fucked up. So what have I got coming up? I've already filmed shed a load of stuff. There's Watto's Scrap Heap Challenge, I guess it is. So we're making terrain out of scrap, out of junk, out of old model kits. We're going to be retrofitting some old Star Wars toys that are in scale with Star Wars Legion. There's going to be a lot of Star Wars Legion on this channel, to be fair. There's going to be a lot of Legion stuff. Mostly because the Legion community is just really friendly and positive. We're also, in light of the new Battle Tome, going to be making Seraphon great again. We're going to be using dinosaur toys, we're going to be using 3D print models, we're going to be just all kinds of stuff just to make those new rules sit. So there's a lot for us to do. I've got a lot of Legion stuff to crank through as well, so there's going to be speed painting tutorials, how to do stuff with like 2 base colors and a load of oils. Just crunch it out, get it on the pile, all that shit on the table, and have a fucking game. I'm going to be doing a lot of airbrush stuff. If you don't own an airbrush yet, what the fuck is wrong with you? They're like 35 quid for a starter set. An airbrush costs the same as one of those new Sisters battle squads. Just stop buying models for 1 fucking second and get yourself an airbrush. Like, holy shit. But airbrushes are cheating. Oh yeah, in the same way that, you know, getting a shopping basket is cheating when you go shopping. Nah, I hate airbrushes. I got one for Christmas, you know, maybe.
Fuck it tomorrow! You know fucking I'll come tonight! Fucking bullshit!
We're also going to be doing quite a bit of 3D printing. Like, if you haven't got a 3D printer yet, why the fuck not? It costs the same as $12 boxes of the new Sisters of Battle, which isn't as appealing when I word it like that, so I can't really just jam that down your throat, I'm afraid. But do get a 3D printer though. Oh, and we're going to be working on a budget as well. We're going to look at the cheapest 3D prints you can find, the free ones, the Patreons, things like that. We're going to be carving stuff out of foam, using old kits, talking about where to get the cheapest stuff, how to do cheap water effects, shit like that. So that's it. That's me. That's what this gonna be. Hopefully that doesn't catch on as the channel slogan. So yeah, check out the next video, which is going to be Watto's Scrapyard Challenge. And also I've got Black Seas terrain coming up, which is 1/7,1/7,100th scale. And also a load of little fast painting tutorials for Star Wars Legion figures, just to bang them out like 90 minutes to 2 hours, get a unit done. And I'll see you in the next video. Seriously, the KK Moon airbrush is like £22 on Amazon. Just get a fucking airbrush, man.